Hi, this is Mendel Weinberger, your spiritual coach and meditation teacher. I'd like to talk to you today about something called self-inquiry. This became popular with Ramana Maharishi and Advaita Vedanta of the Hindu discipline. But I'd like to talk about it in the Jewish tradition, and how we can use self-inquiry. We take it out of its, at least in the Hindu context, but we can use the idea of self-inquiry and apply it to who am I, which is basically that, who is the I that is experiencing life. That's basically when you do that in a deep way and you keep asking who am I, and who am I, and who am I, and you bypass all the garments of our identity, we come up with something very deep and spiritual. So I'd like to go through this with you, starting from the outside in. The way people identify themselves. First of all, the first thing is the body. I am my body. I was born into a body as a baby, and I grew up in this body, and I inhabit this body. And it may be strong, it may be weak, it may be beautiful, it may be ugly, but it's mine. And this is how I go through life, so I can identify with the body, but the body changes. It changes over time. It grows, it ages. Even sensations of the body. Some days I feel pleasure in the body, other days I feel pain. Maybe pain in the arm, in the leg, in the head, in the feet. And anything that changes can't be permanent. There's an idea in the Talmud of a false river. A false river is one that flows in the rainy season, in the winter, and it stops flowing in the summer, in the hot season when there's no rain. So that kind of river is called a false river. So from that we can extrapolate that anything that changes, that doesn't remain permanent, is not true. So we can't say that our true self is our body, because before we had a body, before we were born, there was still an I, and after I die, there's also an I. But even leaving that aside, the changes in the body itself testify that it's not the truth of who you are. Now the next level is my emotions. I have strong feelings of love, hatred, fear, anger. And some people identify with those feelings, like someone who's, say, constantly depressed. You might say, well, he's a sad person. Or another person is always angry, or he seems to be always angry. So say he's an angry person. Or she's a happy person. But those emotions are also changeable. They change from day to day, from hour to hour. Our moods change. And emotion has been described as energy in motion. So let's go to a higher level. So the emotions can't be who I am, because they change. So what about my thoughts? I forget who was it, Descartes, that said, I think, therefore I am. That defines my identity, my ability to think. It certainly differentiates man from animals and the power of speech, but if you think about it, also our thoughts change. They change from thoughts about the past, the present, the future, judgments about this person or that. I like this, I don't like that, I agree with this, I don't agree with that, this is good, this is bad. So anything that, again, our thoughts are changes, it's called the flow of thought, the stream of thought. So what else is there? You say, well, my job, my career, I'm a doctor. That's what I do. So I identify, who are you? I'm a doctor. Who are you? I'm a lawyer. Who are you? Or my relationships. I'm a mother, I'm a father, I'm a son, I'm a daughter, grandmother, grandfather, but those also change over time. Before I was married, I wasn't a father, and after my kids grow up, I'm still their father, but I'm not fulfilling that role in the same way as when they were children. So again, if I identify with those roles, those relationships, that job, it can't be who I am because it changes over time. The same with hobbies. Like he's a surfer, she's a beach bum, she's a ski enthusiast. We identify with our hobbies. But again, anything that changes can't be who we are. So when we keep asking, who am I? Who am I? I'm not my thoughts. I'm not my emotions. I'm not my body. I'm not my job. I'm not my relationships. So who am I? Who am I? So in Judaism we would say, you are a soul. In Hebrew, neshama. And we say in the morning prayers, neshama shenatate hi torahi. The soul that you placed in me is pure. And when it's in the body, we may do things that taint the soul, or that put on dirty garments on the soul. If we do a sin, we hurt someone, or do against God's will. But the soul itself is pure, and that soul is part of God's being. So when we do the self-inquiry and ask, who am I? And we come to the conclusion that I am a soul, and I am part of God's being. And that is the way to reveal the soul and to connect to our highest self. And then we can do all those things. We can think the thoughts, we can have the emotions, we can inhabit our body, we can do a job, we can be in relationship. But our true identity is a soul. Thank you. And if you'd like to know more, you can contact me with the information below. Have a great day.